Hello everyone, Justin here for the Geek Review. Today, we'll be talking about The Tale of the Princess Kaguya, the latest North American release from Studio Ghibli. First off, my most sincere thanks and gratitude to the amazing crew at the Lemley NoHo 7 for giving me the opportunity to see this film. Definitely go and support independent cinema, and check out smaller theaters when you have the chance. They really do have hidden gems like this one. Now, I will be the first to admit that I am a lifelong fan of Studio Ghibli. I have seen most of their works, and I've been well versed in anime culture for a very long time. And yes, this is a Japanese film. And yes, some things are going to be lost in translation. It is based off an old Japanese folktale, much like our fairy tales, and, it has a very simple story, and yes, there is some symbolism involved, and yes, the plot may not always wrap itself up in a nice little, easy-to-understand package. But even without knowing the backstory, even without knowing the original folktale, if you just go along for the ride, Studio Ghibli is very, very good at telling an amazing story. And on top of that, they tell that story using fantastic visuals and absolutely fantastic music. And yes, this film has both of those. The art style is a little different from what you're used to with a Ghibli film, like Spirited Away or, Castle in the Sky or whatnot, but it is very, very artistic. It's almost like the movie wasn't drawn, it was painted. Really, like seeing a Japanese painting come to life. The art style flows with brushstrokes, and it changes to suit the mood. At times, it's dynamic and fast-paced and very aggressive. At other times, it's very calm and gentle and absolutely beautiful. It truly is a visually beautiful film, and the music also is just as good. The high points, the low points, the music is just as much an emotional part of this film as the visuals are. And again, yes, there are some things that will be lost in translation. For Western audiences, they may not quite get the story, or get why some things are happening, or get the importance of what's going on. But if you just, again, let go and go along for the ride, and then maybe, do some research afterwards, you'll still have enjoyed a fantastic movie. I mean, it is no surprise that the film has been nominated for an Annie Award, which is the annual animation world's version of the Oscars. Again, I cannot stress this enough, the film is visually breathtaking. Now, I saw the U.S. release, which was a dubbed version. And with most Studio Ghibli dubbed versions, they have an entirely celebrity cast. However, Studio Ghibli films have done a very good job of casting really good voice act. Well, celebrities who can actually voice act. Well, I'll be honest. Chloe Grace Moretz and James Caan, they do an okay job. I mean, they act. I think they need a little bit more practice, I guess, in words of voice acting. But, I mean, they put on a good performance. But you could tell that they were trying to voice act. Mary Steenburgen, on the other hand, did a fantastic job. You couldn't even tell that she was voice acting. She really was being the character. As for the rest of the cast, Darren Criss is in it, and his part is small, but he did some passable work. All the bit players and secondary characters did very good voice acting jobs. I especially loved the servant and the, Princess Kaguya's instructor, for lack of a better word. I mean, there are some very good voice acting performances. But again, you have to understand that going into it, they are celebrities, and they are more akin to on-camera acting rather than voice acting, and yes, the two are completely different. They are a completely different set of skill sets. Should you go see it? Yes, absolutely. Support the bringing over of foreign films, any foreign film. We need exposure to cultures outside of our own, especially here in the West. And this will give you a nice little snapshot of, Japanese culture in the olden days. And of course, this isn't in wide release. I saw it in independent cinema. And the only way it's going to get more wide release is if people go see it. Now, again, this is a foreign film. It is a Japanese film, and yes, it is a foreign film. So there will be stuff in this film that Western audiences might not like. There is some brief nudity. There is death. There is powerful emotional moments. It's not a Western film. You have to understand that. But if you can look past all that, you'll really enjoy it. As a fan of Studio Ghibli, absolutely a movie. As an animated film, absolutely a movie. As a Japanese movie translated over for Western audiences, again, a movie, probably A-, because again, there's a lot of distinctly Japanese elements to the story. But yes, go see it, pay for it. This movie and films just like it deserve your support. You really will not be disappointed. I mean, the visuals alone are worth the price. And on that note, if you like it, please hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you like. I enjoy talking about movies. Please share my reviews with anyone who you feel you might want to pass them on to. And I will see you at the next one.